Hi guys, I'm not going to be playing my little commercial that I play at the beginning. I'm just going to sit and wait for you guys to come in. I set it up for noon. Let me wow. Let me go ahead and mute this phone. And yeah, we're not going to play any kind of my little commercials in here. YouTube might play commercials on it after it's done, but I'm not playing any, okay? So once you step into the live, go ahead and let me know if you can hear me. Give me the number 1 if you can hear me clearly. And I know that a few of you, a couple handful of you, that I have your cell phone number in my phone. I've texted you already what this news is. But there are a lot of you that watch that are faithful that we're not close like that. So I don't have any connection to you. And my sweet Jasmine in Wales, she's going to see this when she wakes up later. So, yeah. Hi, Edmund. Can you hear? Thank you, Edmund. Thank you for the 1. Hi. Okay. So, we're going to get right into it because I want to leave this live event up and, I don't want it to be 10, 15 minutes of lollygagging. So, hi, 27 up. Hi, Barb. Joe's going to take that phone call in the room.
These things happen.
All right, guys. So we're 1 minute and a half in. If anybody comes in the room as I move along with the story, you guys please let them know what's going on because somebody's gonna come in late. Let me text shoot, why did I open Facebook? Let me text Carla. Oh, Carla is in. Let me text Bella. Bella, are you in here? Okay. I think 27 Av and Jermaine might be working. They already. Oh, 27 Av is here. All right. Hi Stacy. Hi Penny. So the bad news that I have to share with you guys is that Joe's mom passed away this morning. So I've lost my mother-in-law. The kids have lost their grandmother, and yeah, I wasn't gonna do that. Hold on a second, guys. Let's see. Okay, I'm trying to do something here at YouTube. It's not working though. Hold on.
Okay.
No, I'm still live, baby. I'm trying to do something here at YouTube, but it's not working for me. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Okay, I think I'm back in StreamYard, hopefully. Let's see. Oh, okay. Something wasn't scrolling. Hold on, okay? I'm trying to scroll back the live. All right. Thanks, Carla. Thanks to everybody who already know what the heck is going on. So let me tell you the story. Many of you guys that watch us often know that I speak very openly about what's going on. So Joe's mom just had a birthday, September the 6th. She turned 84. Many of you may remember that last year around the time of her birthday, shortly after her birthday, something happened to her. We still don't know what, if it was like a heart incident or a stroke incident or what in the heck it was, because they can never be very clear. You know, the siblings that live over there in Oklahoma where she lives, they're never very clear. Well, I don't want to say because we don't have direct contact with them. So we're hearing the story third and fourth hand. So we never knew what was wrong with Joe's mom. All we heard one of them say that they gave her like in the morning and she was going to pass that night. And we prayed, all of us in here prayed and she made it through. And in the morning, she called me first, and I was shocked because sometimes they don't remember Joe's phone number, because Joe's phone number is just like mine, except one number in difference on the end. So sometimes they'll call me, right? Because my number comes first. And so when I picked up the phone, I'm like, hello? I thought somebody was calling to give me bad news from her phone, and it was her. And it was a joyous moment for me because she says, I made it. And you're the first phone call that I made, because I know a lot of people say they're praying when they're truly not. But if you say you're praying, you and your crew, you're actually praying. And I want you to know that I made it. So God gave her another year, a whole year. So you guys know that we were trying to send Joe to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma to see his mom. She moved away 2017, right, Joe, after my mom died? 2017, she moved because she has three daughters. One lives in Belize. She's the oldest child. She's going to be 68 on Sunday. And then the other daughter, Myrna, actually turned 64 today, November 14th. That's the other daughter. And then the other daughter lives in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. She used to live here, but she moved there for, work or something. And after she settled in over there, she told the mom, come live with me. And that was like the worst move, I think. That's my opinion. I think that was the worst move for the mom to do, because eventually she ended up in convalescent. And I still don't understand how the convalescent worked, because she had to be independent, but then again, she can't cook. She can have a hot plate, but then you can't use it. I don't know how the hell the thing worked. But you guys know several times we sent stuff from here, like her little niceties and stuff that she wanted. I'm glad I was able to do all that for her when she asked me, because I would have regretted if I couldn't do it. Thanks for all the sympathies, guys. I'm going to get through the story and I'll come back and read your comments. All right. So this year that the Lord gave her, the extra year, I think me and Joe put it to good use with making sure that we had a good relationship with her. And sometimes Joe didn't want to call her, but it's because Joe is hearing impaired. And I think she was getting somewhat hearing impaired. And it was a nightmare to watch them talk on the phone. It's like, huh? Who? Huh? I'm like, oh my God, just give me the phone. And so then I would be the go between them. And so a lot of the times that's how the conversations went. And I would wake up one day and the Holy Spirit would put it in my psyche that Joe hadn't talked to his mom in a while. And I would say, Joe, call your ma. I already talked to her last week. I said, call your ma. You don't want to have regrets in life. Call your ma. And so that's, how he would call. But it's not because of anything negative or any bad relationship or anything. It's just the nightmare of having a hearing impairment and trying to talk on the phone. So remember, some part of October before Joe's birthday, we did a live event. Some of my live events, they're taken down or they're privatized or whatever, but some of you remember hot versus cold. And we wanted to try to find a way for Joe to go to Oklahoma City to go see his mom. Um, we couldn't drive because our Tahoe is like a 2004 Tahoe. And although it takes us everywhere, I didn't know if it was going to take us 18 hours away and back. And we didn't want to go and it breaks down on us on the trip, and then some shisty type mechanic charges us $3,000 to fix a $2,000 car, right? So we would have had to rent a car, which was pricey. Gas prices were, expensive. And then we'd have to stay at an Airbnb because Joe doesn't really have any communication with his siblings that live there. One of the other siblings moved from California over there too with his family. We don't have no connection to them. We have no beef. It's really weird. It's a weird thing because we have no beef. Nobody's feuding. Nobody cussed nobody out. Nobody's fighting. Nobody gossiped about nobody. We just don't talk. They just don't call him. He don't call them. And he's one of the older brothers because he's the third child. So in Belize, and I'm sure a lot of Caribbean countries, your age outranks a lot of stuff. So if you're, one of the older siblings, the younger siblings better toe the line and fall in line with you. Hi, babe, I'm doing a live, okay? So Joe doesn't pursue anything. And so Joe wasn't going to ask them to stay with them. And they never offered. So some part of October, while we were going through all the other deaths in the family, I called Joe's mom to see how she was doing. I think I called her to tell her about little Geo across the street. And she told me she wasn't doing well because both of her feet or her legs were swollen and swollen really bad. And I said, I don't like the sound of that. That sounds like kidneys. I said, why don't you make an appointment to go see the doctor? And she did, but it takes a while to get appointments. She went and they ran some tests, but I don't know if the test results came back yet to say what it was or whatever. But I told Joe, and I told you guys on the live, Joe has to go see his mom, and we have to figure it out. Plane ticket, Airbnb, food. It would have been for 3 days, but it was racking up already because the kids don't want Joe to travel by himself because of that fainting that he did earlier this year in January. He only fainted once. They said it was nothing. Nothing's wrong with him. Everything's perfect. Pressure good. Sugar good. What do you think? They cholesterol good. Cholesterol probably better than mine. Everything good on Joe. But Jory has a fear in him because Jory witnessed him faint. And Joe's like, that ain't no travel by himself. You crazy. So I would have had to go with him. And that's what made it even more pricey, right? For my ticket and so on. So I called his sister that lives here and I said, can you guys go together? Because I really feel like you guys should go see your mom. It's your mom. You should go see her. And she says, I can't get no time off from work, but, I'll see what I can do. And then I pushed the issue again. And then she said, okay, I can get some time off. But let's go ahead and plan the trip. So Jada's over there shopping for ticket, Airbnb, blah, blah, blah. And she texted me and she said, Barbara, please don't tell my mom that I'm coming to see her. I want it to be a surprise. No, I thought to myself, don't surprise no old lady 84 with no pacemaker. That's silly, but none of my business, right? So I didn't say nothing to his mom. And then I read the text again and it said I. And so I texted her and I said, what do you mean I? Aren't you guys going together? What's this I thing, right? And then she goes, oh, I'm going to plan my own trip because I'm going to stay at my two siblings between their two locations. I'm not going to do the Airbnb thing. I'm not going to. And I said, oh, shit. So Joe just got kicked in the teeth. Joe can't plan the trip with her. So we're back to square one again, planning our trip ourselves. And so she planned the trip and she got there on Friday. She was going to stay 10 days at first when the trip first came up. But then later on, it's only 4 days. So she was supposed to come back today on her birthday. She arrived. She surprised her. Joe's mom lived through the surprise, didn't die of heart failure. Joe called Friday and the sister said, oh, she was so shocked. She cried. She couldn't even finish her meal, blah, blah, blah. So then I told Joe, call your mom. And then he said, no, let them enjoy the visit and I'll call her Monday to get all this scoop. And I said, no, you got her side of the story. Now get your mom's side of the story, right? So he called the mom. And the mom told the same story. She says, why didn't you tell me she was coming? My God, I was so shocked. And Joe says, I tried to, but Barbara stopped me. And this is how Joe tried. I think Myrna's trying to come see you, but she can't get the time off. And that was Joe trying to tell her. And she goes, I didn't catch that as no damn clue. And so she said that, it really mattered that Myrna came. She was happy. And Joe told her, I wish that I could come too, but I don't know how I'm going to work it out, but I will have to work it out to come see you. And she says, I know you're trying. And, it's good. It's all good. And so I think she was thinking, well, I can see you at a different time than I see Myrna and I could enjoy you than have to enjoy the whole group, right? So I don't know what they did on Saturday, but we told her we were going to call her back Monday to find out what all is happening. So on Sunday, we learned that they picked her up from the place where she was living. And they spent the entire day with her. And they cooked tamales. They had like a little party to celebrate her and probably to celebrate Myrna's birthday too. And that sister that lives over there was there with her spouse and son. And the brother that moved was there. I don't know if his wife was there, but his kids were there. Well, 3 of his kids because the rest live here. And pretty much they took a lot of pictures and they had a fun time. And they took her back home at 7 in the evening. So let me stop and tell the story from my what happened this morning. So at 3:15 in the morning, my phone was ringing and it was this phone, my iPhone, my Obama phone, and another iPhone that I used to watch YouTube on when I fall asleep. That phone doesn't have a chip in it. It's just internet. All 3 of them were going crazy. I thought for a minute it was an Amber Alert when I first woke up. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? And then I realized it was somebody ringing through Facebook DM. And my viewers have been pretty cool because nobody calls me through Facebook DM. They don't do that. So when I realized it was through Facebook DM, I tried to answer. I didn't know which phone to pick up. And I was, oh God, which phone do I answer? By the time I did that, I think I said hello, and Myrna might have heard me say hello, but by then it had already hung up. So she texted me through Facebook and she said, what are you doing up so early? And I said, you called me. And she says, oh my God, I'm so sorry. My finger must have touched the thing when I picked up the phone. Go back to sleep. And when I get to the airport later today, I'll call you from the airport when I have time to kill. And I said, okay. So I pushed the phone under my pillow and I told Joe what it was, because Joe was awake by then. Like, who the hell's calling at 3:15? And I went back to sleep. And then at 5:30, I got a call from Myrna from the regular phone. And I wasn't panicked at that point because I thought maybe she was at the airport getting ready to come back to California. And when I answered the phone, she says, Babs, Granny died. So I don't know who the hell Granny was because I'm half asleep and we don't refer to Joe's mom as Granny. We say Lur or we say Grandma, but I don't think I've ever heard nobody say Granny. And I said, who's Granny? And he goes, Lur. I'm like, what? So that's how Joe heard the news, through me being shocked with Myrna calling me back. So yeah, please, guys, your condolences and your prayers really matter at this time. So, needless to say, it was a shock. Your stomach starts to tremble. She told me that she couldn't stay on the phone. She had to go because they were at the convalescent home and the nurses and the doctors were coming in to, take a look at the body and so on and so on. And she would call me back later. So Joe couldn't wait anymore past 8 o'clock. So Joe called her back at 8 o'clock and said, what happened? So that's how we heard about what they did Sunday, how they had the big soiree and how much fun she was having and so on and so on. So this is where we pick up the story. Myrna said she wasn't going to leave until after 2 on the flight. And so she wanted to go see the mom before she left and spend maybe a couple hours with her and then go to the airport. Her younger sister that she was staying with told her that she had to go to work. And so she would have to drop her off early in the morning for her to spend the entire 4 or 5 hours with her. And then that sister's spouse would pick up Myrna and take Myrna to the airport at the appropriate time. And so Myrna says, okay, let's go. I'll get my bags packed, everything, let's go. So they were driving to the convalescent place. I think it's like 20 minutes away. And they were calling the mom to tell her to get ready to open the door for them. She didn't answer the phone. They didn't find it odd because, people don't have their phone all the time. And so then when they got to the place, somebody else let them in and they made their way to her room. And that's where they found her. And her body was still warm. She had just passed, short enough that Riger didn't set in yet, So at the point that Joe talked with her at 8 o'clock, they hadn't removed the body yet. And I think the brother and the brother-in-law was trying to make arrangements. Right away, we were looking up tickets and stay. The same thing that we were trying to go through before. And not knowing how we're going to do this financially. But then when he talked to the sister said they're going to cremate her. I think the sister's going to come back today still because she's got a job, right? And she's not going to go back because them two will take care of it. And then I guess they're going to bring the ashes. I don't know what they're going to do with the ashes, but they're going to come to California and they're going to have the services here because majority of the family lives here. Nobody lives in Oklahoma City. Who the hell wants to live there? I'm sorry. If you live in Oklahoma, who the hell wants to live there? Tornado Valley? Not me. So it's only them two. Only 2 siblings live out there in Oklahoma. Everybody else is here. Her sister's here, meaning Joe's mom's sister. The sister's children and grandchildren. Joe's here. Joe's younger brother, Ewart's here. Myrna lives here. It's a lot of people that are in Joe's age and Joe's other siblings' age that look up to her and respect her, that they're here. So I don't know when all this is going to happen. She made it seem like it would happen pretty quickly, that they wouldn't procrastinate and wait 3 months, 5 months, 10 months. But I'm so grateful that it's going to be here, guys, because damn, that's going to be hard. So I think my pain I feel is for Joe, because I really wish that he was able to go see her. So for the people who like to talk about money don't make a difference, money don't give you no joy, screw that. It does. Money makes a difference. And if it didn't, why did Dolly Parton take $100 million from Jeff Bezos? It makes a difference, because had we had the money, we would have been there to see her. And Joe wanted to go see his dad for 2 years or almost 2.5 years because his dad is sick too. When I talked to one of his nieces in Belize today, that's the older sister's child, she said the dad's not doing well, that right before Hurricane Lisa, they went to visit him and he was having trouble with shortness of breath. And you guys know last year he had a mild stroke and a mild heart attack. So we're going to have to figure something out for Joe to go see his dad too. You know what I mean? Hi, Teresa. Let me read some of y'all comments and then I'm going to have Joe pop in for a second. I didn't want Joe to have to sit here and go listen to this whole long story. Um, 27 Ab says, hey, Barb. So sorry. Carla say, hi, Bobs. Penny, hi, Penny, my darling. Penny say, good morning. Stacy say, hello. Stacy said, my deepest condolences. May God give you comfort and strength. Thank you so much, Stacy. That does help. So sorry for your loss from Limited Me. Sending prayers. Thank you for the prayers. We really do appreciate it. Thank you, Bella. Condolences to the family. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Michael. Christina, and thank you so much for helping me with the reels. I know it seems very unimportant at this time, but Friday is my deadline for the reels, and I only need one more to hit 10,000 views to gain that extra bonus, which we're desperately going to need. Thank you for that. Trisha says, I'm so sorry to hear that. My deepest condolences to Joe and the entire family. Thank you, Trisha. Jada says she lost 2 grandmothers now. My condolences to the family. Who is this rude person? Did anybody block him already? Moderators? Pedro Teul? Elbow coughs? What the? No could block this fool. We don't play around with fools in here. Anne said, Susie says, blessings, comfort, healing. Thank you, Susie. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Marcella. Thank you, Michael. Okay, let me go to the bottom. Hi, Mrs. Lucky. I mean, guys, we know that Joe's mom was ill. We know that she's older. We know that she was overweight. But you keep on thinking you're going to get more time and more time and more time. So my takeaway from this whole thing is, if you know that you have a loved one that you haven't been able to see for a while and you feel like you're going to regret it if they pass, go ahead and try to figure it out. And if you can help somebody else see their loved one, do that. If you're battling your weight like all of us are, let's work on our weight, because it makes a difference with the sickness. Diabetes is a horrible, horrible killer, because diabetes itself doesn't do anything to kill you, but it'll cause other things: stroke, heart attack, loss of limbs, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's dialysis, lost your kidney. Dialysis is horrible. I mean, diabetes is horrible. Thank you, guys. Hi, cousin. My cousin at the keys. I know you're watching. Yeah, she gone just like that. The last conversation that Joe had with her was when she was telling Joe how surprised she was. And then when they were hanging up, because Caribbean parents, for the most part, don't know how to tell you they love you. They tell you when you're a kid, but once you start to get a little bit grown, they don't tell you anymore. But ever since Joe's mom got sick last year and almost died, you can see that she makes it a point to say, I love you. And when Joe was getting off the phone with her, I was editing, and I can hear her talk even though she's not on speaker, because she talks loud. I think she was a little bit deaf like Joe. And then, of course, Joe's right there. And then Joe's like, okay, I'll talk to you Monday. Okay, I'll call you Monday when Myrna leaves. Okay, bye. And I'm like, love you, Grandma, from the background. And she goes, love you too. He goes, love you, son. That's the last thing I heard her say. It's the last thing I heard her say. Let me see what my cousin said. I know, huh, cousin? I'm not calling your name. When you gonna make your YouTube channel with your fake name? And if Joel went to Belize to see his dad, we wouldn't have to worry about Airbnb. He could stay at his sister's place. And his nephew that's always here to come see his mom, the sister, he would be able to take him out in a car, and he would just need money to eat and gas money to give the boy to take him places. He'd definitely be able to do that. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. You guys are so sweet. Thank you so much. Joe is holding up pretty good. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Joe, but Joe doesn't know how to cry. The only time I've seen Joe cry is if he's having allergies or if he's about to beat you. When he's about to beat you. So even if me and Joe have a fight, he don't cry over that. But if somebody else out there pisses him off and he's about to throw a punch, then you see like frustration tears. And I think along the way when he was little, maybe somebody told him, boys don't cry. Real men don't cry. You know, they like to tell people that, right? And because I see his other male siblings cry. Elroy cry, Rudy cry. I don't see you ever cry. Are you a robot?
Right.
Are you a robot?
Okay.
That's what the kids want to know.
I'm not.
And if there's anything that I can tell you about my mother-in-law, I've been married almost 36 years. I've been together with him 38 years, but I didn't meet my mother-in-law until after we were married. We got married December the 20th, 86, and I met her January 87. And at first we got along, and then she had this ninja of a man that I couldn't stand. He was like my dad's cousin or something. And he made life a living, breathing hell. This is the one person I used to have daydreams of just running over him and then backing up. I couldn't stand this man. And he made our relationship awful. But the one thing that I can tell you about her is that not once was she ever too big to not come back and apologize for anything that she may have done wrong to me. I don't know about nobody else, to me. And say, can we sweep this under the rug and move on? And we've always moved on and not talk about, remember that time when you did so and so and so? Nothing like that. And she would always tell me, no matter even through the times where we're not talking, I always let everybody know that you're my favorite because you are what you are. You just tell people like it is, and people either like it or they don't like it. You know, I tend to repel a lot of people away from me because I will say stuff the way I have to say it, because nobody gonna keep stepping on me and then tell me that I got in their way and they're not really stepping on me, right? So it's like, no, and Joe says, do it. Joe says, say what you're gonna say, right? So I say what I'm gonna say. I think it was a wrong move to move from here to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I think my mother-in-law was I know she was very unhappy in that convalescent place. It was one of those assisted living, not assisted living type place. I think they had her on too many damn drugs in that place. Yeah. The food is not correct in those places. The food tastes like shit, but it doesn't mean it's healthy. Just because the food tastes bad don't mean it's healthy. You know, 3 different times I baked stuff for her, and I know she's diabetic, but I begged her, please don't eat all this stuff by yourself. Which if I send a little box from the post office, it's like 1 bun, 5 powder bun, 6 jam roll or whatever. That's all can fit. And she says, no, I share it with the nurses that I like. I share it with the other 2 kids, you know, Joe's other siblings. You know, I don't eat all of this myself. I just keep a couple for myself and I nibble on it here and there. It was a blessing. She turned 84 on September the 6th. My cousin said she died on King Charles' birthday. Okay, baby. Me and Joe were going to tape a mukbang today, but we're not going to tape them. Come,
hello,
sit for a second.
people.
Sit for a second. Everybody's giving you
You
condolences.
sit there. I got it. You sit there.
Okay, you can share.
I got to say.
We're going like that.
I don't know.
Did it go off?
No.
You guys can still hear us, right? It didn't go off?
I don't step on nothing.
Can you guys let us know if you can still hear us? I heard something go like something went off just now. Yeah, you heard that, right? 27. Read right here what they're saying, baby.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Miss Lucky.
Okay.
We heard something go like the camera shut off, but it's still going. I want you guys to see.
It's not focused too good. Is it the light?
Look, hide your face. Hide your face, Joe. Bend down. It's the there we go. There you go. You guys see it? That's the mom in the purple, and that's her grandson. The daughter that's in the gray pants is the youngest daughter. That's the grandson's mom, and then that's Myrna off to the side. And of course, they never bloody smile. It's not that she was unhappy or anything, but she just wasn't smiling. That's the last photograph taken of her, and then the next few hours she was gone. Mm-hmm. That's the last picture, okay?
And she was up about walking and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, they said they had a wonderful day. Yeah, but for Myrna to put that 3:15 call, that already jerked me awake. And then that 5:30 call, I was calm on the 5:30 call. I thought she was calling me from the airport. Thank you, Bella.
Thank you, Bella.
Woo. Joe, how are you doing, babe? I know you don't cry and show outward emotions. You're stoic and stuff.
I'm doing all right. Yes, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to. What else can I do? In a sense, you just got to roll with the punches. That's all. That's what life all about. We're here today. We're going tomorrow. And no matter what you try to do, how much you try to preserve yourself, it don't matter. We got to go from here one day.
Thanks, Michael. Joe's mom was Sri Lankan descent.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Indian came from. And cousin June, the ancestry DNA thing, I realized that I might be related to Joe through his dad because Joe has a cousin that's the mom's niece, and I'm not related to her in the thingy. So I have to be related to you through your dad and through my dad's mom. It's weird.
I guess my dad and your
Thank you,
grandma,
Ronit.
your grandma is
some kind of relation.
Maybe second cousin, all that kind of crap. Who knows? I don't know.
And remember that one guy that says he's related to you, but he didn't show up in the ancestry DNA, and he says he's a true Greenwich. So I said, one, I know he's not a Greenwich. Either Joe dad, not Joe. Either Joe dad is not a Greenwich, or that guy's dad is not a Greenwich.
Well, that's the name they give me.
Oh my goodness. All right, so Joe's gonna go back outside and tinker. He's making a little truck.
Thank you, Carla.
I don't want to say who the truck is for because the person might be listening in the bushes, but he's making a little truck as a gift for somebody special. And he's just tinkering around with that. I'm kind of walking around aimlessly because, I have a lot of regret that I couldn't figure out the money. And I both of us were trying to figure out the money. So it's not just the burden left on me, but, you start to blame yourself like, damn, I really wish he could have gone to see his mom. I was going to put up a video today, and the video was going to be,
What's that?
I don't remember. It was a cooking video. It was skillet pizza made outside on the propane stove. I'm going to put that up tomorrow. It's already uploaded, but I'm going to release it tomorrow instead, all right? And then after that, you're going to see another one. I think you're going to see a mukbang because I got my camera back. You're going to see a mukbang, and then you're going to see another cooking video with powder buns. I was trying to teach somebody how to do it. Then you'll see another mukbang. So those are all recorded already. So I have at least 4 or 5 videos recorded already. So if you see videos for the rest of this week and we're looking all happy, go looking blah, 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 that's because it's already recorded. I know they all look alike. They all have this thing in their cheek. My cousin Marcy's husband, remember you guys were at the wedding with me? We found out, of course, that he's related to Joe. His mom is Joe's mom's older sister from a different mother, of course, same dad. And so he wanted to meet Myrna. He wanted to meet the mom. And so he's reeling because he's like, I didn't get to meet her, So you guys are going to see videos this week starting tomorrow, but all the videos you see from now till Friday or Saturday is stuff that I already recorded and edited, and then we're going to pick up next week with the new. If I feel the need to come live again to let you guys know how we're doing, I'll come live again and let you guys know how we're doing. I just don't like to go live on the same day that I put up a video. You know what I mean? Because they kind of make the other one not get any views. If you see me post one of my reels, if you're on my Facebook and you see me post one of my reels in the group or on my Facebook profile, go ahead and run that reel till the wheel falls off, because I need one more. And if you see me post it at my YouTube community feed, run that beautiful bean footage because I need one more. I need one more to get to 10K. And then I'll get that $1,000 bonus right before Christmas. They'll pay that out, okay? Thank you. Everybody who's sending us blessings, we receive that. We know that at this time we have to lean on the everlasting arms of God. And I have to make sure that I'm keeping an eye on Joe, because even though he's so stoic and strong, that's still his mom. And he loved his mom. His mom loved him. And a lot of people in the family are feeling it, and we haven't really reached out to anyone. You didn't reach out to your sister in Belize and your brother here, and
Sure.
Yeah, Joe has to go make a few phone calls. I called my entire family, so my family knows, and yeah, that's what's going on. If you're a family member that's been avoiding me for whatever reason, I didn't call or text you. And I'm not gonna. Why? Why? If you're acting like you're so busy and you don't got time for me, Then why should I come with no? I'm good. I'm good. Thank you all for the condolences. I really do appreciate you. Hi, Ascari. Thank you, Ascari. Ooh, you had a couple of friends that were in a wreck after they dropped you off. Oh my God. Oh my God. We pray for them to heal quickly, and we're glad you were not in the car, Ascari. And Ascari, remember me and you are still standing in agreement with the prayer that we've been praying, okay? We're not going to stop praying. Nothing's going to distract us, okay? Thank you, Shani. Shani's all the way from Canada.
Right. From Canada?
Yeah, Sharon, that's what he's gonna have to do. That's what we're gonna have to do. Is like, I'm so glad that I forced you all those times to call your mom, and I forced you to call her Friday.
I mean, I called her.
They know why.
But
They know why.
sometimes it's hard to hear my mother when she's talking, and
Then she has the TV on loud.
then she cut. Then I got to, Mom, what you said?
I might have said that in one of my mukbangs, like, you know, because I was talking about pet peeves, and I was like, I can't stand when people don't mute the TV. I don't know if I recorded that one. I've been recording so many mukbangs, I don't even know what I said in these mukbangs. I'm doing some pet peeves, so right now then we're going to get into other conversations with the mukbangs, because you guys like the story time. That's why I came and I told you the whole story about how we found out what happened. Yes, Joe's mom was ill. She's been ill for many years with diabetes, which leads to heart condition, which leads to other things. And but we really thought she had more time, because nobody gave us a time frame. Nobody came back and said, oh, her kidneys are failing, she's in stage 5 kidney failure, and we don't know that she has that much longer, yada yada, and she's gonna have to go on dying, like what Belize people say, then depend dying. Nobody said that.
Maybe when the test you take the last time, maybe the doctor was going to tell her that.
Yeah, they probably were going to tell her that you need to go on dialysis, and at 84, dialysis is hard. Who's going to take her? You know what I mean? But I'm so glad she had an amazing day with some of her. The granddaughter said, she made a comment that I'm spending a wonderful day with some of my family, but some of my family is missing, which is true. That's a true fact, right? Some of them are missing. Joe has a brother that predeceased the mom, and she loved the ground he walked on. I didn't like the brother. I'm not even going to pretend. Even though he's dead, I'm not going to pretend. But she's with him. She's, if you believe what we believe as Christians, right? She's reunited with him, with her mom. Her mom died when she was only 5. Mom died during childbirth with a 3rd child. She's got a sister alive still over here that's older than her.
She died the other day.
Who died the other day?
Like 2 years ago.
The baby sister that the mom died in childbirth with. Yeah, she died the other day. So there's only one left from the mom. The dad has a bajillion. There's a lot left from him. Hi, Letitia. You guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming in this live. I know it's the big middle of the day, but I couldn't wait till the evening. And, you know, a lot of you I don't have, you know, info on. So I wasn't going to go to email and all that stuff. If I had your phone number and you stay in touch with me often, I texted you. If I didn't text you, I apologize. And like I said, if you're not staying, if it's not that people are not talking to me, they just kind of avoid me. But it's because they're doing FS, and I'm going to tell them, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? You're too old for that. You know, so I think if I shut my mouth and I don't give people my opinion about the FS they're doing, maybe I'll have more friends, but I'll have fake friends because I can't. That's my new thing. That's my new, every time I'm doing these pet peeves, that's what I say. I can't. Me and Joe, we're going to tape a mukbang today with Boil Up. We're still going to make our Boil Up, but we ain't going to tape no mukbang because we're not in the spirit to eat and talk at the same time. Okay? You done, baby?
Yep. So thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the prayers and stuff. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And I gotta stay strong through the whole thing, you know. So thank you guys.
And then he said, 27 Av said, don't stop. Keep it 100. Don't stop telling them people. I'm telling you, if you're making a fool of, I did that with my dad. Why wouldn't I do it with you? You're making a fool of yourself. When you get ready for stop making a fool of yourself, then you can come back around. In the meantime, keep it moving. Keep it moving forward.
People don't like you when you tell them the truth. That's about it.
And then people always ask me, they do that to Jada too. Jada has lost a lot of friends from high school because they'll ask Jada, what do you think I'm doing wrong? Do you think and Jada will list. The minute you ask Jada, what are you doing wrong? Jada have a list of what you're doing wrong. But likewise, if you ask us what you're doing right, we'll have a list too. We don't just go one-sided. We'll have a list too of what you're doing right, you know? So, and I think that's why Joe's mom liked me, because of the fact that I kept it 100. And I'm not that kind of person where you're going to hurt me and you're going to say, are you okay? And I'm going to go, yeah, I'm okay. I'm not Hillary Clinton when they showed up with all those heifers Bill had, and she just grinned and bared it. I would have jumped off of that debate stage and beat a few of them in that front audience. No, child. If you're a hoe, we're going to call you a hoe too. And just because you're dead don't mean we're going to sanctify you. I didn't sanctify my mom when she died. My mom was flawed just like any human being, but my mom had a lot of beautiful aspects about her, and I always talk about the beautiful part, but I talk about the bad parts too. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. We love you. Keep us lifted up. You are going to see videos this week, but just because you don't see or hear from us, just go ahead and pray. I might come back in Wednesday or Thursday just to give you guys updates as to what's going on. All right. I love you guys.
Bye-bye, people.
Au revoir.